Do all the kids my age have the chance to go to school? Why should I go to school when I can have more fun learning from the internet?
How can education help me to live up to modern challenges and get a job? How can I help my students benefit fully from all these new technologies?
How is my children's education going to be financed? How can I keep my students up to higher international standards? How can education contribute more efficiently to conflict resolution and reconciliation? The future of education
Is ready to turn a page.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, it has been a great honor for me to see so many leading experts here in Doha. I thank you for your engagement and for your valuable contributions, and I hope I shall see many of you here again. A major theme of this summit has been that it is the beginning of a long-term process of innovation in education. We collectively refined our thinking on what WISE should be and how it may help drive change in the future. Second, we identified some priorities that have arisen from the summit. And third, we can announce that 2 organizations have already committed to concrete initiatives. Again, based on what we have heard from you, WISE will have 3 main areas of focus. It is an agenda-setting forum which will define areas requiring action across all sectors of education. It will seek the involvement of appropriate partners. WISE will promote innovative practices, methodologies, and partnerships, making best use of modern technology. Last but not least, we shall use all available means, including the media, to raise the importance of education on a political agenda. The 3 pillars of our future activity, the WISE Summit, the WISE Forum, and the WISE Awards, will be linked by a commitment to innovation. We have made known our commitment to identifying the gaps in our systems and moving from a debate to concrete outcomes. But today, as our conference closes, we believe it is important to draw attention to the priorities that have come to light.
First of all, John, can you actually tell me what it is that has stood out, having been here for the last 3 days? What is it that's different about this conference to others?
Everybody's been talking about education with a passion and a commitment. And they've been talking not just about telling each other what they've done, but thinking about what they are going to do, moving the agenda forward. I think that has been quite a distinctive feature of this meeting.
I think you've helped redefine in this forum what pluralism means. It's not just drawing and separating boxes around categories. It's really thinking about knowledge and people in a holistic way. So global citizenship is critical. It's an important mission of education at all levels. And the other thing is education's got to be practical. It's got to be based in the local community. It's got to improve the local community. And it's got to lead to employment and jobs and a future in the local community.
We would all agree that the one thing we want to be able to show is that education has given people life-changing opportunities. If it has done that, then it has provided access to a quality education system.
For us in higher education, the things we're concerned about and the problems we're trying to solve, we can't wait to solve them if we wait until students come through our doors. We have to work together with the primary and secondary levels to really promote things like global citizenship.
Firstly, access. We must move away from looking at access as a series of compartments, access for this group, access for that group, access for men, access for women, access for disadvantaged communities, and so on, and talk about inclusiveness. The first of these is a really exciting idea, which came, I think, from the Minister for Science and Technology in South Africa originally, yesterday, and that is that we don't want to monitor the progress of these pioneers, but use these pioneers to monitor our progress. We have to change the way we work. Using technology to help us, we have to move from a mindset which is about instruction to a mindset which is about facilitating learning. Society will never bring about those changes unless people are informed and understand the issues which underpin the changes they're being asked to make. Education should be a model or models of sustainable development. It shouldn't just teach it, it should practice it.
What was invented at WISE is not corporate social responsibility, but institutional social responsibility. With business, with government, we as educators, as a multi-stakeholder partner, need to tackle the problems of our local community and the problem in a global context. What WISE represents is a commitment to changing our world, to changing education, and to use innovation to do that. So this has not been a conference. This has really been a large working group around 3 themes that teaches us as educators not only how to better think about this century, but how we can make this century different.
We are happy to say that there are 2 concrete initiatives that we can announce today. And the first one is the Cephalic Center for Children with Special Needs and the University of Southern California. They have an initiative, and I would call the Cephalic chairman, Hassan Ali bin Ali, to come to the podium and personally tell us about this new initiatives. Please, Chairman.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce today that the Cephalic Center for Children with Special Needs and the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts have begun discussions on a joint cooperation in the development of interactive learning tools and games for children with disabilities, with a focus on students with autism spectrum disorder.
The second initiative is the Institute for Education Leadership, and no better than Alan Goodman to let him speak about this initiative for us today. Please.
A few months ago in the planning sessions to WISE, President Michael Adams of the International Association of University Presidents had the idea to create a leadership institute for newly appointed rectors in higher education. What WISE taught us is that not only is leadership important for education at the higher level, but at all levels. And so the initiative is to create a leadership institute that might take place 2 or 3 times a year in several cities around the world for newly appointed educational leaders at all levels to help leverage the insights of WISE, to help leverage the talent we have in this room, and to make the point that leaders have a responsibility not only to manage the institutions they have, but take them to a new level in a new century. And that, I think, is something I'd welcome you judging our progress on and the WISE pioneers. Thank you.